Right now at 10, how a Rock County community is helping to equip its residents in the fight against coronavirus.
And fire investigators revealed the cause of the fire that broke out at a West Madison apartment complex last month.
Plus, after almost a month in intensive care units fighting coronavirus, 2 patients leave St. Mary's Hospital in Madison.
This is News 3 Now at 10.
First tonight, we have breaking news out of Fitchburg. Seminole Highway is still closed tonight as fire crews respond to a reported house fire in the 3100 block. This is a look at the scene. The call first came in around 8:15 tonight, so Seminole has been closed for just about 2 hours. No word yet tonight if anyone was hurt or the cause. For a 4th straight day, the percentage of positive cases in Wisconsin continues to drop.
Now, here's the latest information from DHS. 5.7% of the tests taken in the last day have come back positive. That negative trend needs to happen for 14 days in order to meet the governor's main Badger bounce back criteria. When it comes to total cases, there are now more than 9,300 of them in Wisconsin, 374 deaths.
The city of Janesville is taking action to try and help slow the spread of coronavirus in a unique way. Rock County reporter Adam Duxter joins us now. And Adam, volunteers are pitching in to keep everyone safe.
Well, Charlotte, city leaders in Janesville said they didn't anticipate the type of demand that today's event was going to bring along with it, but now they're hoping it could just be the start. The relatively quiet Main Street in downtown Janesville Thursday evening, a stark contrast from just a few hours earlier.
I will say that it wasn't expected. There was quite a few people that came.
The crowd all there for one thing.
The demand was high right from the get-go.
Jen White of United Way Blackhawk Region has been leading a team called So Connected in the volunteer effort to make masks like this one.
It got started right at the point when this whole virus started, and a lot of people were talking about ways to help. It started just a couple of us, and then next thing we know, every day we were adding 3 or 4 more seamstresses.
The group has since made and gave away roughly 3,500 masks in total. Today, handing out more than 300 in less than a half hour. The city says ideally they'd like to do this event again.
Wearing a mask in public is important. It's really for other people. The masks have their limitations, of course, but they help slow the spread.
Well, White says as long as they have volunteers and masks to give, they will. The So Connected group says they're still looking for folks to help join in and volunteer with them on their journey. Well, the city of Janesville says if you're looking for a mask or more information, they've got a hotline set up to help you out. We have links to both of those resources up on our website, channel3000.com.
Adam, thank you. For weeks now, we've been doing stories on unemployment numbers around the state and the troubles people are having getting their money. And today we spoke again with the secretary of the DWD, who insisted his department is doing everything it can to handle the enormous number of calls and claims it gets every week, including hiring hundreds of new employees.
I just signed a contract last night to start training next week for a 500-person call center. So we're really excited to get that on board, make sure those folks are trained up and ready to take claims over the phone, answer questions, and also triage some of the more complicated claims issues back to DWD. But we've been working for some time now to stand up these external centers to relieve some of that pressure.
Currently, the DWD is receiving more than 300,000 unemployment benefits claims per week. Earlier today, the department released a hypothetical worst-case scenario on when the benefit trust fund money could run out, the earliest being in October.
The Wisconsin National Guard says a total of 15 specimen collection teams are now operational across the state. They're in supporting roles for local health departments and the Wisconsin Department of Health Services, increasing the state's COVID-19 testing capacity. The teams are made up of more than 500 citizen soldiers and airmen. All police officers in the city of Milwaukee are now being required to wear personal protective equipment when interacting with the public. The announcement was made today after the department received a large amount of masks through purchases and donations. Milwaukee police say to date, 36 officers have tested positive for the virus, with many of them already making a full recovery. The city of Madison has issued 6 citations and 75 warning letters to businesses and individuals who are not in compliance with the Safer at Home order. The city attorney's office says most people have been compliant after hearing from them, but as the weather gets nicer, more people are just itching to get out. Public health attorney Marcy Paulson says they are focused on educating offenders before writing citations.
Today, the UW System Board of Regents approved a plan to scrap ACT and SAT test score requirements for applications. Anyone wanting to attend any UW campus except UW-Madison. They'll no longer have to submit those test scores for the next 2 years. Also today, System President Ray Cross ordering all campuses to identify which courses should stay and which should go. Campuses should be ready to move forward with scaled-down course catalogs by the fall of 2021. Cross also warning them to brace for layoffs. He wants to consolidate IT and human resource operations by January of 2022.
President Trump said a prayer for all Americans, including essential health workers, at the White House after meeting with another state governor. Natalie Brand is at the White House, where an employee has tested positive for the coronavirus.
The President and First Lady led a national day of prayer service at the White House.
We pray for every family stricken. We pray for the doctors, the nurses, and first responders waging war against the invisible enemy.
Earlier, President Trump met with Texas Governor Greg Abbott, one of several state leaders moving towards reopening.
The relationship with Texas has been phenomenal.
CBS News has confirmed reports that the White House will not be releasing CDC-drafted guidelines for reopening certain businesses and public spaces. The task force reportedly concerned it conflicts with the president's message of states taking the lead.
We can't be overly prescriptive about any one area. The governors want to be in charge.
CBS News has also learned that senior officials as high up as Attorney General William Barr have tried to dissuade the president from proceeding with a Supreme Court case that could invalidate the Affordable Care Act amid the pandemic.
You would think at the time of the coronavirus there'd be some sensitivity, some empathy.
Justices are scheduled to hear the case this fall. Here at the White House, one of the president's valets, who is also a member of the U.S. military, has tested positive for COVID-19. A spokesman says the president and vice president have since tested negative for the virus.
Know who he is, good person, but I've had very little contact.
Meanwhile, Vice President Mike Pence and FEMA delivered a batch of personal protective equipment to a Northern Virginia nursing home. The agency is shipping supplies to thousands of other nursing homes around the country. Natalie Brand, CBS News, the White House.
House Minority Leader Kevin McCarthy announced the creation of a Republican-led China task force to investigate multiple China-related issues, including the origins of the coronavirus outbreak.
The village of Wanakee is planning a way to honor its graduating seniors, but has to clear some legal hurdles first. The idea was pitched to the village board to hang banners on the light posts along Main Street with the seniors' photos. But since Main Street is also a state highway, there are some rules against hanging signs there unless there are unique circumstances. Right now, the village attorney is coming up with a resolution to get the plans approved. The village administrator said once that happens, the board will likely vote in favor. 2 COVID-19 patients at SSM Health St. Mary's Hospital in Madison are one step closer to getting back home after being discharged today after some lengthy stays. The first was Deborah. She was admitted back on April 2nd, spent 26 days in the ICU. Deborah will now continue her recovery at a specialized acute care center. Meanwhile, later in the day, this gentleman headed home from St. Mary's in Madison as well. His stay with them also more than a month long. He was admitted back on April 4th, spending 22 days in intensive care. All in all, SSM Health St. Mary's Madison has now discharged 29 COVID-19 patients.
Let's get a look at our first warn forecast now. Here's Chief Meteorologist Gary Canaldi.
Well, expect a cold night tonight and an even colder night for tomorrow. The time lapse from the WISC TV Skycam looking off toward the east shows beautiful sunrise this morning, some mid and high level clouds this afternoon, but all in all, plenty of sunshine and temperatures are pretty comfortable, reaching the lower 60s. But on Doppler track, you can see there are rain showers to our south and west. Some of those clouds have spread into southern Wisconsin, but they'll thin out overnight. Farther to the north, yes, that is snow showing up on the radar up in the upper peninsula of Michigan. High temperature Madison today, 62. Janesville topped out at 66. Temperatures reached the upper 50s near Lake Michigan, but then a lake breeze kicked in. Those temperatures have dropped into the 30s, and that colder air is spreading spreading inland. Madison's still at 50, temperatures in the 50s to our south and west, but by morning, temperatures will be below freezing north of Madison, where a freeze warning is in effect, and a freeze watch has been issued from midnight until 8 a.m. Saturday morning for all of southern Wisconsin. By tomorrow morning here in Madison, we'll be down to around 32 degrees. Look for a partly sunny, breezy, and chilly day tomorrow with a high of only 47. Again, could be even a couple of degrees colder for tomorrow night. I'll have all the details and weather in just a few minutes.
A developing story tonight. A father and son in Georgia accused of shooting a black man as he was out for a jog have now been arrested and charged with murder. The February incident sparked a national outcry. 64-year-old Gregory McMichael and 34-year-old Travis McMichael were booked into jail tonight. They had told police they thought the victim, 25-year-old Edmond Arbery, was a burglary suspect, but the victim's mom says he was simply out for a run. A house fire in Sun Prairie is displacing 2 people tonight. Crews from several area fire departments arrived at the home on Twin Lane Road and were able to put out the worst of the fire in 5 minutes. Sun Prairie Fire Chief Christopher Garrison says it's critical to have this type of collaborative response, particularly in an area where there are no fire hydrants or an immediate water supply.
That's the nice thing when we get the teamwork like this and everybody works together. That's why we're able to achieve saving a building like this. Now, there's a lot of damage to the inside. I'm not going to doubt that, but we really saved the exterior structure, and that means a lot.
And Garrison also says there's roughly $150,000 worth of damage affecting the main level of the house. No one was hurt, and at this point, the cause of the fire is unknown.
No one hurt, but dozens of people displaced after a large apartment fire happened in East Troy today. Officials say 20 area fire departments responded to the scene about 8 this morning. Salvation Army and Red Cross working with as many as 70 people whose homes are either damaged or destroyed. Still unclear exactly what caused it. New details tonight from the Madison Fire Department, now confirming the massive fire at an apartment complex on Muirfield Road last month was started by improperly discarded smoking materials. They say cigarette butts were tossed into a terracotta planter pot on a balcony, then ignited. High winds and the items on the balcony contributed to the rapid fire spread. Thousands of acres have burned in the Florida Panhandle. 2 wildfires continuing to spread there. They've damaged or destroyed several buildings just since Monday and are forcing hundreds of people to be evacuated. They are burning through Santa Rosa and Walton counties, which are between the cities of Pensacola and Panama City Beach. Fire crews say those fires are now about 40% contained. Just ahead at 10, Gary has his complete first warn forecast. Temperatures will drop us into some early May freeze warnings.
And he will tell us if there's a chance to catch a glimpse of tonight's supermoon. We'll be right back.
Coming together makes us stronger, and Ford is built to lend a hand. Contact your Ford dealer, an essential part of your community, to find out more about home delivery and other vehicle service options. After all, you have a lot to take care of. Let us help take care of you. Find out more at Ford.com. Right now, qualified buyers can get 0% financing for 72 months, plus 3 months deferred payments on select 2020 Ford models.
Yeah, sure. I'm a home builder. I go to Nuns. Why? Well, my clients love them because they have all those fancy schmancy carpets. You know, like those Smart Strand ones from Karastan that are just astonishingly soft to the touch. I'm more of a concrete floor guy myself. That fluffy stuff just doesn't do it for me. But hey, my clients, they love this fancy schmancy Karastan carpeting. So we go to Nuns.
Nuns, kitchen, bath, and flooring.
This is our home. We've never seen it look quite like this.
But there's no mistaking it.
And it's our job to protect it. Because the best people to fight for our communities
are those within them.
So if you've just bought a Volkswagen or were thinking of buying sometime soon, we're here to help with the community-driven promise.
a treat after a long week and no cleanup. When you can't dine in, then get it to go and support our restaurants during Madison Magazine's Restaurant Week to Go. 2 weeks of fabulous to-go menus you'll love. Visit madisonmagazine.com for details and menus. Restaurant Week to Go, presented by Kesnick's. Food service design, equipment, and supplies.
I guess there is still cleanup to do.
Hi, folks. Friday morning, Hattie has her eye on the sky for Mother's Day. She'll have the latest on our weekend forecast.
And seniors at UW-Madison are getting ready for a unique end to a unique semester. We're going to take a closer look at how they're handling graduation.
We'll see you at 4:30.
You're watching News 3 Now at 10.
And welcome back. A popular music festival in Stoughton is canceling, the latest victim of the pandemic. It's the 7th annual Catfish River Musical Festival. It won't take place this year. The Free Festival is planning on returning in 2021. It'll be held 4th of July weekend. And Kohl's is planning to reopen stores in 10 states next week. None of them, though, here in its home state of Wisconsin. The company closed stores in mid-March. And starting Monday, Kohl's does plan to open all stores in Alabama, Alaska, Arizona, Georgia, Idaho, Mississippi, Montana, and Texas, and most stores in Florida and Tennessee. When those stores do reopen, they'll have reduced hours and dedicated shopping hours for older adults and those with health conditions.
With gyms, fitness studios, and personal trainers sidelined, home workout systems are thriving. Recent demand for the $2,200 Peloton bike is through the roof. In fact, Peloton says it's had so many orders, it's having trouble keeping up. Since mid-March, the company's stock has soared 95%, putting its value at $10 billion, which is twice as much as the gym chain Planet Fitness. After a 7-week disruption in production, the longest in its history, luxury sports car maker Ferrari relaunched production this week in Italy. Only a limited number of workers are allowed now. The company says it has developed its own contact tracing system so workers can determine if they have been in contact with anyone who tested positive. According to Ferrari, its production will fully resume on May 8th. The Subs for Scrubs effort is still going strong around Madison. Today, during Nurses Appreciation Week, Subway is feeding everyone at UW Hospital's University Avenue campus. That's 3,000 meals donated with the help of community donations.
Happening right now, the final supermoon of 2020. Supermoons occur when a full moon is at a point in its orbit, which places it nearer to Earth and therefore appears larger. May's full moon is named the flower moon as it appears when flowers bloom during springtime. The celestial event is the 3rd supermoon this year, with the largest occurring in early April. However, things that have bloomed may soon have some issues. Gary's here to explain it. His First Warn forecast. Gary?
You may need to cover them up again tomorrow night if you haven't covered them up tonight and they get through the frost and or freeze conditions overnight. The time lapse from the Quimby Radio Skycam in Platteville shows bright sunshine this morning, some mid and high level clouds this afternoon, but even those clouds will start to thin out, and that will allow temperatures to drop off pretty rapidly over the next few hours. As we look at Doppler track, there are rain showers across parts of western Iowa, but those are heading southeastward. So the high clouds that we've seen are just kind of the offshoot of those showers. And then as those showers move away, those clouds move away. Look up to the north. Temperatures are cold enough for snow up in the upper peninsula of Michigan. 3 things you need to know in the forecast. Frost and or freeze conditions are possible not only for tonight, but tomorrow night. And chilly conditions with below normal temperatures expected through at least Tuesday of next week. But later next week, there are signs that we could start to break this pattern, see our temperatures warm back up to near or slightly above normal. We'll also see some thunderstorm chances as well. But alert days are in the forecast overnight into tomorrow morning for a widespread frost. There could be a hard freeze, especially areas north of Madison where temperatures may dip into the upper 20s. Tomorrow night, not only is a widespread frost likely, but a hard freeze could be possible just about anywhere because temperatures will probably be in the upper 20s. As we look at weather track, upper level winds from the west-northwest, but that's getting a feed of cold air right out of central Canada into the northern part of the United States. That's actually driving these showers to the south and east and keeping our weather dry, but bringing us the unseasonably cold weather for the weekend. As we check out the current weather map, there's a front right here, and you can see those winds shifting to the northeast and that lake breeze starting to cool the air. Temperatures today were chilly through much of the Midwest. The only exception was over parts of southwestern Kansas and southeastern Colorado. Temperatures were in the upper 70s to the upper 80s there, but pretty much the rest of the Midwest seeing temperatures below normal. And right now, those temperatures have dropped into the upper 20s in upper Michigan, mid-30s in northern Minnesota, still 50 in Madison, but notice the encroachment of those 30s coming in from the north and east. That'll drop the temperatures overnight. And on future track, you can see that northeasterly wind combining with northerly winds by tomorrow morning. It'll be breezy and chilly. High temperatures tomorrow with those northerly winds only in the upper 40s. Tomorrow night, clear skies, temperatures drop into the upper 20s. Saturday, we'll see some sunshine with high temperatures in the mid-50s. Some shower chances Saturday night, and then Sunday, look for the showers to move on out. I do not think we'll see any snow. That's from the very latest computer model forecast. So a freeze warning in effect until 9 a.m. tomorrow morning for areas north of Dane County. Freeze watch for all of southern Wisconsin tomorrow night into 8 a.m. Saturday morning. Tomorrow's high temperature only at 47 degrees, and there'll be a northerly breeze to go along with it. Temperatures will drop off to around freezing tomorrow morning. High temperatures in the upper 40s for tomorrow afternoon. Tomorrow night dropping into the upper 20s, and then on Saturday, high temperatures topping out in the middle 50s. As we look at the 7 to 10 day forecast, those temperatures back into the 50s, mid to upper 50s as we head toward the end of next week. But notice as we head toward the end of next week, those temperatures start to get into the 60s. And yes, there are some 70s on the way by next weekend.
Loving that. Thank you very much, Gary.
Sure.
Coming up in sports, the Packers' schedule is out, from the primetime games you won't want to miss to where the tough stretch is. Zach will break it down. It's next in sports.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
Coming together makes us stronger, and Ford is built to lend a hand. Contact your Ford dealer, an essential part of your community, to find out more about home delivery and other vehicle service options. After all, you have a lot to take care of. Let us help take care of you. Find out more at Ford.com. Right now, qualified buyers can get 0% financing for 72 months, plus 3 months deferred payments on select 2020 Ford models.
Family memories is what Maple Leaf Landscaping is all about. We design and build outdoor spaces that bring people together. Landscaped spaces for any size family. Functional, beautiful, a place everyone will enjoy. And it all starts with a free visit at your home by one of our landscape experts. So call Maple Leaf Landscaping today and have us create an outdoor living space for your home.
Let's raise a cup to the first among us who put themselves last. To the risk takers, the mask makers, the heroes on the front line and online. To the ones keeping shelves full and keeping us hopeful. To those who don't stop and those making all the stops. To the ones who pick up, suit up, and never let us down. From all of us at Dunkin' to all the heroes keeping everyone running, we thank you.
My mom is 81, and I worry about her. So I went online and found the new Lively Mobile Plus from Great Call. If she ever needs help, she can just press the button. And with the Great Call Link app, I'll get an alert right on my smartphone if she does contact 5-Star.
With the fastest call response time, they'll assess your situation, confirm your location, and send you the help you need.
Now more affordable with 50% off for a limited time. AARP members get an exclusive discount on select plans.
In these uncertain times, it has never been more important to maintain a clean home or business. We are prepared to get your space back to clean and healthy again. We've added a new EPA-registered cleaner that disinfects hard surfaces and deep cleans carpet, rugs, and upholstery. Remember, we disinfect our equipment after every job and disinfect our vehicles daily. We believe in doing things the right way. That's why we've been your trusted partner in clean for over 70 years.
If the NFL was like Christmas Day, then tonight was kind of like a New Year's Eve party, counting down the hours until the Packers' schedule was released, and once the ball dropped, it was prediction time. Green Bay kicks off the year at Minnesota. They play the Saints, Falcons, 49ers, Bears, and Titans in prime time. The good news for the last 6 games are at Lambeau Field. The tough stretch, though, starts in Week 6 at Tampa Bay. Then it's 3 games against 3 playoff teams in a 12-day span. While the schedule is out, mini camps and training camps are a little up in the air. Players haven't seen the field yet. It's just been all virtual, and that's not ideal if this is your first year in the league. Rookies like Jonathan Taylor haven't gotten reps on the practice field, so to get ready for the season, the former Badger has been hitting his playbook pretty hard.
It's a rookie year, and you can't wait to get out there, and then, you're delayed from getting on the field again. I mean, any level, high school, college, anybody would be concerned about not being able to go out on the field when it's time. But I think the biggest thing is everyone's going to have to be ready because, once we get that call, once it's time to, hit that field, guys are going to have to know what's going on, and they're going to know what's going on fast.
24/7 Sports ranked college football's 25 best coaches heading into the 2020 season, and Paul Chryst is high on the list. The Badger head coach sits 11th in the rankings, which really shouldn't be a surprise in 5 seasons at Wisconsin. He's 52-16. He's the 3rd highest ranked Big Ten coach behind Penn State's James Franklin and Ohio State's Ryan Day. The Marquette men's basketball team has added another transfer, and it's another guard. Jose Perez joins the Golden Eagles after 2 seasons at Gardner-Webb. Last season, Perez averaged 15 points, 6.5 boards, and 4 assists per game. Like DJ Carton, he can apply for waivers with the NCAA to play next season. Otherwise, he'll have to sit out a year. Due to COVID-19 concerns, the Madison Mallards will have to wait a little longer to play ball, along with the rest of the Northwoods League. Opening day, which was set for May 26th, has now been postponed indefinitely. The Mallards were scheduled to open up their season against the Woodchucks. The date has been set for Tiger versus Phil Part 2. And this time they're bringing some friends. The match, dubbed Champions for Charity, is scheduled for Sunday, May 24th. Tiger will team up with Peyton Manning to take on the lefty and Tom Brady. A winner gets bragging rights, while $10 million will be donated to COVID-19 relief. The 18-hole competition will be televised on TBS, TNT, True TV, and Headline News. And the IndyCar Series season will officially fly the green flag on June 6th at Texas Motor Speedway, but with some changes. IndyCar will run a one-day schedule with practice, qualifying, and the race all taking place on the same day, and their season opener will not have fans in the stands. The IndyCar Series hits Wisconsin on June 21st. We're back after this.
Nothing you can do, and as all of us know, in this.
We here at Brothers Maine wanted to check in with everyone in the light of the COVID-19 epidemic. We're going to do everything we can here at our store to make sure everything's clean, disinfected, and ready for customers to come in and shop with us. Not only can we come to your house and set up the products as we normally would, but we're also going to be offering a free drop-off service in Dane and Rock County. There's nothing more important to our company than making sure that our employees and our customers are safe and healthy.
At Sprint, we understand saving money for your family is now more important than ever. That's why we're offering our best unlimited deal. Switch and get 4 lines of unlimited for just $100 a month. That's right, 4 lines for $100. If that's not enough, we're throwing in 4 Samsung Galaxy phones on us. And now, Sprint customers enjoy expanded roaming access on the T-Mobile network. Shop from the comfort of your home at Sprint.com or come see us in our stores.
Americans have been cutting the lawn for hundreds of years, but with TurfBot, the future of mowing is now. Our quiet, all-electric robotic mowers work around the clock to keep your lawn trimmed 24/7. That means less time spent mowing and more time spent enjoying. Equipped with LED headlights, auto-stop sensors, and anti-theft GPS devices, our mowers run safely with no supervision. Come home to a freshly mowed lawn every day for as little as $30 a week. Call today and get free installation when you sign up. TurfBot, on the cutting edge.
From our family to yours, we want to encourage you to keep going. Keep protecting what's most important. Keep hopeful in the face of all this. Keep believing. Keep being strong. Keep supporting the people on the front line. Keep staying together while staying apart. Keep being fearless. And most of all, keep dreaming. American Family Insurance is mailing our personal auto insurance customers a premium relief payment to help them keep going. We'll keep being here when you need us.
When we face adversity, we find a way through it. It's about taking care of each other. It's the small parts that make a big difference. At Chevy, we promise to do ours. We're offering current Chevy owners OnStar Crisis Assist services and complimentary Wi-Fi data. If you need a new vehicle, we have leases available on select 2020 models where you can practically sign and drive. You may even shop online and take delivery at home where available. It's just our way of doing our part.
Wow, you ready?
Yeah, let me just grab my wallet.
Uh-oh, I've seen this before. Wallet way too big, skinny jeans too skinny.
I'll just carry it.
Before you break something, you should know you don't actually need a wallet. With BMO Harris, you can just take cash out with your phone. Or if you need to, you can pay them with Zelle. That works? Yeah. You're stuck, aren't you?
Smile.
Woo! Those jeans are way too tight.
That feeling you get when no wallet is no big deal. That's the BMO effect.
Download the Channel 3000 app today.
Gary's here with a final check of your forecast.
Well, temperatures still are kind of comfortable out there from Madison to the south and west, but notice the colder air working its way in from the north and east, and that'll drop temperatures off pretty rapidly. Freeze warning in effect overnight north of Dane County till 9 a.m. Freeze watch for all of southern Wisconsin tomorrow night. And as we check out the forecast for tomorrow, look for a low of 32. High temperature tomorrow only of 47, and it'll be breezy during the day. Alert days for tomorrow morning and Saturday morning, and then we'll see it warm up next week with temperatures back in the 70s by next weekend.
All right, Gary, thanks. Thanks for joining us for News 3 now at 10.
Do something good, be well, and we'll see you back here tomorrow.